Good evening and welcome to Horror Time. This is another episode of scary stories to fall asleep to. Before getting into tonight's episode, remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. And now, without further ado, tonight's story. The night I slept in my car and woke up to a stalker drunk and alone in St. Louis by friendly individual 9 from Reddit/True Scary Stories. So, I had zero intention of sleeping in my car that night. I was out with some friends in downtown St. Louis, bar hopping, just enjoying the night, But then I lost track of how much I've been drinking. By the time it hit me, I was way too hammered to drive, but I didn't want to blow money on a hotel or figure out an Uber back to the suburbs, so I made the dumb decision to sleep it off in my car. I ended up parking in this small, mostly empty lot near the riverfront. It seemed quiet enough, no sketchy vibes, at first at least. My car's an old sedan, not exactly built for comfort, but I tried to make the backseat work. Grabbed a ratty sweatshirt from the trunk to use as a pillow, cracked the windows just enough for air. The streetlights were flickering above, giving off this weird, eerie glow, but I was too tired and too buzzed to care. Eventually I drifted off. At around 2 a.m., I woke up to this tapping on my window. My first thought, great, a cop's gonna bust me for sleeping here. But nope, it wasn't a cop. I squint out the window and there's this figure standing there, right up against the glass. The light from the street barely hit them, just enough to make out the shape of someone in a hoodie, standing way too close to my car for comfort. I tried to play it cool, thinking maybe they'd go away if I didn't react. But then they started circling the car, slowly dragging their fingers along the glass. My heart was pounding. They stopped at the driver's side door, and I hear them try the handle. Thank God I locked it. Then they moved to the back window, where I was laying down, and pressed their face against the glass. I couldn't see their face clearly, just the shadowy outline of eyes staring right at me. I didn't move, barely breathed, just hoping they'd get bored and leave. After what felt like forever, they stepped back, but I didn't hear them walk away. I stayed frozen, trying to figure out if they were still there. Finally, I worked up the nerve to sit up and peek out the windshield, and there they were, standing like 10 feet in front of my car, just staring, not moving. I don't even remember grabbing my keys, but suddenly I had them, hands shaking as I started the car. The second the headlights flickered on, they bolted, running off into the darkness. I didn't stick around to see where they went. I just floored it out of there, driving until I found a busy, well-lit gas station where I stayed the rest of the night, doors locked, headlights on, wide awake. The next day, I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Even now, whenever I drive past that part of town, I catch myself glancing in the rearview mirror, half expecting to see that figure again, lurking in the shadows. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Horror Time. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more videos. Have a great evening, stay safe, and good night.